smell what the rock is cooking.
What's going on, gents? It's Rizzo here, back with the Gentleman's Corner, and I'm pretty excited about today's review because if you can't already tell, I've made a few upgrades to my channel. I've got a new intro and I got a new camera. That's what I've been waiting on. That's another reason why my videos have been delayed. I actually had 3 videos previously recorded, but I have to go back and do those now because my camera finally came in, so thank God. But the video that I'm here to do today is one that I'm pretty excited to do. I'm doing this from this house in particular. It is a pretty good house. I really can't say it's necessarily a favorite of mine just yet. However, I do enjoy a lot of their fragrances. With that being said, even though I enjoy a lot of their fragrances, to me, it's only 2 worth buying. One, I've already mentioned that I've already purchased and pulled the trigger on. This one I'll buy later on in the fall because they are quite pricey. And the one that I bought before is Amouage Lyric Man. And the only other one that I feel the need to pull the trigger on as far as like purchasing power or buying power or spending power, whatever you want to call it, is Amouage Lyric Man. Now, I haven't seen too many reviews on this, and that makes it better for me, but I know some people out in the fragrance community, they really are wearing this, and some people are still curious as to like what other fragrances from the Amouage house are worth looking into. And I have to go with my personal opinion, which is that being Amouage Lyric Man. Now, I'm just going to jump straight into it. I'm trying to do something different. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to continue on with my report card style or as far as giving grades per se. I'll probably just go ahead and talk about each category. So with that being said, I'm going to go straight into the projection. I can't really speak too much on this one because it's not fair that I don't have the bottle and the sprayer. So I don't know, like, once I'm actually get a good whiff, a good good mist on me, how well it'll project. However, from the little splash on that I get when it's fresh out of the shower, it does beam pretty decent for a little splash on. So, I guess you could kind of take that with a grain of salt. Like I say, with a little splash on, and I'm talking like here, one on each wrist and one on the back of the neck. It's almost like a good spray. I'll say it projects fairly well for that, so I can only imagine what the actual sprayer will do. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Longevity. I can honestly say the longevity with this one it's pretty good. I know a lot of people having issues with Amouage Reflection, saying it doesn't last too long. This one to me lasts pretty like a little bit long. Let's just say if Amouage the Reflection Man lasts 4 hours, this one lasts about 6, at least on my skin, and I have pretty moist skin. The dry down is just okay. The reason why I say it's just okay is because the scent itself is kind of linear. It remains the same almost throughout the whole entire fragrance, with the except of the initial opening. I think the initial opening is the only slight difference to me, but that's not a bad thing. And the reason why I say that's not a bad thing, because like even though this fragrance is described as something else, in my opinion, to my nose, it's a very clean scent. Now I know a lot of people talk about Prada, I think Amber being like a clean soap, like a rich or a very expensive soap. I don't get that with it. Well, I guess I could see that being a very expensive soap, but to me that's more of a $20 soap. This one to me is more of a $500 soap. So this one is a very expensive soap in my opinion. Like when I take this one right out of the shower, as soon as I put on, like, I bathe with some unscented soap, and I just splash some of this on. I feel like I've just bathed in some nice expensive soap. So I get a very clean scent out of this. The opening, like I say, the opening is pretty good. I know I smell the rose in there. Not too sure what else my nose is really getting. I take that back. I know I'm getting some lime in there, some lime and some rose. I know it's supposed to have some incense in there. I don't really get that. I think towards the middle of the fragrance is when I really start to get the vanilla. Um, but yeah, immediately in the opening, I know I get the rose and the lime or the citrus, whichever one it is. Now, blind buy. This is a tricky one, and the reason why I say this is tricky is because Amouage. If you know anything about Amouage, it's quite on the pricey side. You know, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not a good thing. Some people say that they're too overpriced and their fragrances are just, borderline. Some of their fragrances are borderline to me. I'm not even gonna front, but this one is a very exceptional fragrance to me, and so is Amouage Reflection Man. A lot of people compare that one to Lamal. I don't think so. I think Lamal is more like I was gonna say Kobe Bryant, but not even Kobe. I think Lamal is more like Michael Jordan, and Reflection Man is more. I mean, let me take that back. Let me rewind it. Lamal is more like LeBron James, and Reflection Man is more like Michael Jordan. So you kind of see like the comparison to that. As far as Amouage Lyric goes, Lyric is in a whole nother ballpark. I haven't really smelled too many fresh. I don't really want to classify this as a fresh fragrance because when I think about fresh fragrances, I think about Issey Miyake. But I haven't smelled too many clean scents, and this is probably the best one that I've smelled. And back in regards to a blind buy, if you like clean, if you just like an overall clean scent, I'd say go ahead and blind buy this. You won't be disappointed. Even though it does have some rose in there, and the rose is, it does linger around throughout the whole entire, opening, mid, and dry down. It's still a very, very clean scent to me. It's a safe scent. It's not offensive. To some people, this might not be on the masculine side, but it's a very clean scent. I got nothing but positive feedback when I wore this. So I would say blind buy this if you can afford it. If you can't, stick with samples. Lucky Scent has them for like $3, I think, but you can only get 2 at a time. So yeah, this is a definite buy for me. Like I say, probably later on in the year, maybe October, November-ish, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on this one because, like I say, it's in the upwards of like $265 for 100 ml. So it's not on the cheap side. Now the age, I really have to think about this one because even though it is a clean scent and a safe scent, I don't know. But yeah, actually, a high school senior could pull this off. If he was confident enough, he probably could go ahead and pull this one off. It's pretty safe. Safe to say that any age group almost can pull this off. I wouldn't go beyond a high school senior, like a junior, sophomore, or freshman. Nah, just a high school senior on up, should go ahead and rock this. The presentation, I don't have the bottle, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows how the Amouage bottles look. They pretty much all look the same, just a different color or a different shade or whatever on the bottle. It's a pretty unique bottle to say the least. I'm very impressed with the bottle. The presentation itself is phenomenal. So that's pretty up there. The price, I say, is it worth the money? I don't want to say no because that makes it sound like I'm contradicting like how great this fragrance is. And this fragrance is a damn good fragrance. However, sometimes, and it's not just Amouage, it's some fragrances, it's like a lot of fragrances in general that just, they just price rape you. And I don't think that that's necessarily fair. I can understand supply and demand, and you want to be unique, and it's that whole, this is for the elite, to wear and stuff like that. But sometimes I just really want people to be reasonable. So the price to me, not fair. It's almost $300. But I think if it were like $199 or $185, yeah, I'd pay $185. Well, I'm gonna pay the $300, but $185, I probably would have pulled the trigger like yesterday on it. So, the price is not really, I'm not I'm not in agreement with the price, you know, but it's still a damn good fragrance. Like I say, it's only 2 out of the house I can say so far that I'm definitely going to pull the trigger on. I've already purchased Reflection Man that's on the way, and I will get this one either at the end of October or early November. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to let you know exactly how this is to my nose. Like I say, just imagine getting straight out of the shower and putting on the most expensive, oh, let me take that back. Just imagine if you're in a shower, a steaming hot shower, and you're bathing in the most expensive, cleanest soap you can possibly bathe in. That's what this smells like. Oh, and on top of that, that soap has a hint of rose in it. That's what this smells like. Also, even if you've just gotten out of the shower, you've just taken some very, very clean lotion with a hint of like rose or something like that, and you put it on. That's what that smells like. This smells like, to be honest, this smells like a breath of fresh air. That's about as blunt, about as best as I can put that. Now, I think that pretty much sums it up for Amouage Lyric Man. I really enjoy this fragrance. Can't say about how much I enjoy it. Let me see. I think I bought about, I don't know, I bought a lot of fragrances from Lucky Scent, samples and just, you know, hauling. But as far as my samples go, as my friend Jamal would say, the ones that I did buy were to give me more of a idea of the blockbuster haul that's gonna take place. And yeah, that one is definitely one of them. Amouage. Now, to switch gears, shall I say? I think it's about time that I go ahead and do a giveaway. Some things that I don't really see myself using. Not to say that they're bad fragrances. It's just that the direction that my nose is in and the direction that my collection is in, they just don't mesh with you know, with my collection. And I also would like to help give back to the community. You know, I'm not a big time player like Mark, like Al, you know, like J.R. Ryder and some of the other guys. Like, you know, I don't get sponsored and stuff like that from any of the big guys. I just do what I can. You know, I buy this out of my own pocket. You know, so I think the very first fragrance that I'm going to give a chance for any of my subscribers to win will be YSL's L'Homme Libre. Yeah, L'Homme Libre. This is a 60 ml, 2 fluid ounces. I've literally only sprayed this like for one wearing. I think that's one on the neck, 1 on the chest, and 2 on the wrist. So it's still pretty much full. I'd probably go 99% full, if not still 100 full. You know, like I say, it's not a bad fragrance, not at all. I mean, you can ask anybody about it. I mean, you have some people that are on the fence about it, some people that, you know, that don't like it, but it's just not for me anymore. So, you know, I want to give a chance to, you know, for somebody who might appreciate this, to go ahead and get a chance to win it, or shall I say. Now, there are a few things that, you know, there are a few requirements. One, you have to be a subscriber of mine. 2, you have to tell me what improvements you think that I should make to my channel, or what you would like to see. And 3, what fragrance that you would like to see reviewed. Now, if I have it, I will review it. If I don't, obviously I respond to you and be like, I don't have it, or it's on the way, or I don't plan on getting that, or whatever. So, you know, like I said, if you want a chance to win that, make sure, you know, you comment, you know, on this video with those 3 things. You got to be a subscriber. The things that you would like to see done, you know, to my channel, as far as upgrades or what can I do better. And then the third and last thing is, you know, what fragrance that you would like to see reviewed by myself. Okay, now switching gears again. Things to expect. Like I say, I'm going through my haul. I'm waiting on certain things to come in the mail, and it's taking forever. My thoughts on the new pure leather. I'm probably gonna pick it up more than likely. I hear it's a lot of 50-50 on it. I probably won't do a review because I'm pretty sure by the time I get it, um, everybody and their cousin is gonna be done reviewed it. So I don't plan on doing a review on that unless as I get it voted upon by all my subscribers. And here's a heads up to all my subscribers, in case you didn't know, Better Mugler send an email to me. I'm pretty sure you send it to anybody else who's part of the dominant buyers. I buy all the time from him. That pure leather will be available for sale on the Mugler site September the 7th. I repeat, pure leather will be on sale on the Mugler site September the 7th. So you don't have to wait till October as promised. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to pick up that one. Some of the other ones, with some shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Dre Doc. I appreciate you shouting me out and sending a few more subscribers my way with the fragrance news report. Gotta give a shout out to my boy Jamal, Mungo75 Slade. He's really been supporting me, and I've been kicking some ideas his way. He's probably gonna make a debut on my channel sometime here in the near future. I just hooked him up with a bottle of Spice Bomb. He's really been looking forward to that. He's going through a Blockbuster haul, so I'm probably gonna let him share some of the things that he's getting, some of his thoughts on some things. Now I will let you guys know one of the things that I will be getting in my Blockbuster haul, and I let him smell it today and he was blown away, and I was going to save it for the review, but I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there, and that is Sushi Imperial. It's a very phenomenal fragrance. It's, anybody knows me who's been watching my channel, I like cinnamon, and that has a lot of cinnamon, has some lime in it. It's just a very, 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 very well done fragrance, and I appreciate it so much. I have a lot more reviews to come. Like I said, I have to go back and shoot 3 more videos that I had previously before I upgraded with my new camera, and I'm probably gonna I think the next giveaway I'm gonna do is probably allow 2 people, maybe 3, to get some samples of the 24 gold, and when I get platinum in, it'll probably be another 2 to 3 people who can get 24 platinum, a sample of that, because I want you guys to get samples. That way, if you like it enough, you can go ahead and purchase it. And I still have my special guest coming. We have to reshoot that video, as a matter of fact, because that video was going to be released, but got me, like I say, got a few things now, a few new toys. And I have to also give a shout out to my boy Coach Rob, because I had originally had another camera, but that one wasn't compatible with my Mac. So I had asked him, I was like, what kind of camera do you use? And he told me, but by that time I had already had this camera on the way, and it was just like a confirmation that I had already got the right camera. So I have to give a shout out to him for for his confirmation, and for also checking up on me and stuff like that. Me and him communicate. It's almost like we're in the same city. We're pretty good friends, just in the fragrance community. So I have to give a shout out to him. Got to give a shout out to Franchizzy One. He's another guy. He's always looking out for me and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are new to this, but if you're looking for some fragrances, always tune into his channel. He always usually has a lot of fragrances on sale, and I do mean for the low. So if you're looking to start up a collection or something like that, you might want to tune into his channel and keep a lookout for him. Another guy is Dre Doc. He's a phenomenal, very, very professional. I like to think that I'm a professional, but I'm not on his level. I mean, Dre Doc is on a whole nother level of professionalism. Masters of Style, Alex, he hit me up today, giving me props on the 24 gold. I have to shoot props back to him because I think he was one of the originators, if not the originator, of the 24 gold review. Dan, my Mickers, of course, Al. Check out his channel, Street Sense. It's a wonderful thing what he's doing over there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. And I really appreciate these guys, because some of these guys are, and Mark, one of the forefathers, because these guys are the old heads, and unlike some of the old heads in the fragrance, fragrance community, I have to put this out there. When I actually, send a message their way or send a shout out their way, they actually, hit me back and communicate. Now I have sent, or tried to send shout outs or spread some love to some forefathers or some originators in the fragrance community, and they just kind of blew me off. I'm not gonna say any names, you know, I'm not gonna be bitter like that, but I just think that it was kind of like foul, you know, for you to look down on me because I wasn't an originator, I guess, of a YouTube video, but I've been a collector for as long as I can remember, probably all the way back to the 6th grade. So I'm not new to this. I've been true to this. Just new to the YouTube videos, I guess you could say. And I'm almost a year old in the game, I think. No, I take that back. I'm just a couple of months. But anyways, that's all I got. Got to go pump out some more videos. I just want to give a shout out to Phi Beta Sigma, Blue Phi, Hooyah Navy. Peace. Talk to you later, gents.